Hello and welcome to part 2 of my Sekiro walkthrough with post-commentary.
息を吹き返したのですね。流因の力、この目でしかと見ることになると。
何者だ。
エマと言います。猿お方に仕える薬師です。
猿お方と。
すみませぬが、主の命にて明かせません。ただ、あなたを助けよう。そう仰せつかっています。信用しろとは言いません。ですが、私は主の命を果たさねばならぬのです。あなたが持っている薬水のひょうたん、それはもともと私が作り上げたものです。薬師として助けとなりましょう。
このひょうたん、お主が作ったというのか。
はい。元は九郎様のためにあなたが譲り受けていたのですね。気づいているかもしれませんが、このひょうたんの薬水はおのずと湧き出します。尽きたとて少し休めばまた満ちるでしょう。
薬師としての助けとは。
ひょうたんの種をお持ちください。
種だと。
はい。薬水はひょうたんの種より湧き出します。新たな種を加えれば薬水の傘が増すでしょう。手に入れたら持ってきてください。
わかった。
一つ頼みがあります。
なんだ。
少し顔を見せてください。
何。
白いあざ。これは生まれつきですか。
いや。
ならば流因を受けた者に現れるということか。あるいは兆しか。
もう良いか。
ああ、十分です。無礼をしました。すみません。白いあざは生まれつきではない。ならば流因を受けた者に現れるということか。あるいは兆しか。ではまた。
So this Emma character is essentially our Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3, or the Emerald Herald from Dark Souls 2. She'll be there to upgrade your gourd, and there are a total of 10 gourd seeds in this game. So there are a number of learning curves within this first level, like you'd be able to do aerial death blows, as shown here. All you need to do is lock on, jump straight ahead, and then we'll press R1. You gotta be very careful not to tilt the analog stick like anywhere else, otherwise you'll fling yourself to another direction and screaming. I've done that so many times. So with that item that I just picked up here, Ungo Sugar, that temporarily increases your physical defense. Personally, I don't really use this sugar in particular. I like to use another one that you'll be seeing later in this video. So as you can see here, that stealth kill there, you don't necessarily have to crouch. You can simply just, well, I'm not going to say run, but you could walk up behind them, and as long as you're quick, you'd be able to do a death blow behind them. So the enemies in this first area, the ones with the straw hat, well actually it's not even straw, but the ones with the hat, they can deflect you in particular. The ones without the hats can't deflect you. And some of these enemies with the hats on have guns instead. They're a lot weaker than the ones with the katana. Ignore that. But yeah, it's quite important to get a feel for the combat in this first area before heading forward into the game. Sometimes I think the stealth in this game can be quite broken, like with what I just did there. Another thing I like in Sekiro when it comes to looting is that you just hold down the looting button on whatever console you're playing on, and then it will just vacuum up everyone's sen or items from quite a good range, actually. So here's the other sculptor's idol down there, but first, I'm gonna deal with this chicken. First time I saw the chicken in this game, I was laughing quite. I wasn't expecting a chicken as an enemy in this game. It was really amusing. So down here we have the infamous dogs of the Soul series, but in Sekiro they're a lot easier to deal with. They die in one hit. You can deflect them easily and do a riposte on them. But they're not like crazy like in the other Souls games. Thank you From Software and to Miyazaki for that. So in this small building here, you'll be getting your first prosthetic tool, the shuriken. And here I decide, okay, well, because I have this shuriken, I'm gonna immediately go back to fit it into the arm. Some other people might want to press on, but I think that the shuriken is one of the best prosthetic tools in the game. So it's important to get it fitted into the shinobi prosthetic as soon as possible. Yeah, and make sure to equip it from the menu. I used to think that it would be automatically equipped, but I was wrong. And for those of you who've played Bloodborne, The shinobi tools work in the similar way that the silver bullets used to, or the quicksilver bullets. So make sure to use them wisely. One really cool thing about the shuriken, when it comes to dogs, you can instantly one-hit KO them. Like if you feel like the dogs are like going crazy, you can immediately just throw one. But the cost is, well, you'd be spending a spirit and an emblem when you can easily just go up to them and hit them. So that was the deflect and the riposte. Oh, this is a little embarrassing. I decided to go back here and get these guys just to get a bit more experience. For those wondering, for those with the rifles who aim at you, you can actually deflect the bullet. It's not going to go back at them, and it doesn't necessarily reduce their posture, so there's no exact reason why you should. Like, you could always just dodge it, but there's no harm in, like if you don't have a choice, then I guess you can just deflect it. So coming up is a mini boss right there. This mini boss will teach you 2 specific combat maneuvers, and that's the jumping over the sweep attacks, or the side dodge when it comes to the poke attacks. You can get an easy stealth kill by jumping up over him and doing the stealth death blow here. And that's 1 life bar gone. When he puts his katana to the side and the danger symbol appears above your head, he's going to be doing a sweep attack. And that's your cue to do like a Goomba stomp on him. Just like that. You could always just jump over it. You don't necessarily have to Goomba stomp him. But to do the stomp, you'll just have to press the jump button twice on him. So one important thing that I really have to say about the combat within Sekiro is that your main bread and butter when it comes to winning a fight most of the time comes down to the enemy's posture bar. You, in most cases, would want to increase their posture bar until it's full, where you can be given a free death blow on them. A bit of foreshadowing here for a later character. But as I was saying before, when it comes to the enemy's posture, it's not like in the other games where the enemy's life bar is the most important thing when it comes to killing them. In Sekiro, it's more the enemy's posture bar. So one thing when it comes to a boss's posture bar, sometimes you will come across a boss that whose posture will just quickly recover. In order to mitigate that, you would have to decrease their life bar. So it's a bit of a mixture between trying to lower their life bar, which will make their posture grow worse over time, and they won't be able to recover as quickly as they would if they had full health. This is just a little explanation now, but when we get into a proper boss fight, I'll show you what I mean. Actually, in retrospect, the smartest thing to do in this situation would be to go to the... take out the gunmen first. They're the weakest, and they are the most annoying as well. There is a particular enemy within this first area where it's easier to get rid of him using a stealth death blow. He's a very large enemy who wields a wooden hammer. And the best way to get rid of him is by going up to this platform here and dropping down. That's him there. From Software games. This enemy, if you were to fight him like one-on-one, it can be very overwhelming. Like, he doesn't stagger as much, he doesn't take that much damage with your current level right now. So it's best just to get it done and over with. Sekiro is a game that heavily rewards using stealth kills, I find. So within this little house, there's a very important character who gives you a key item. We've got the bell charm. it's a sad scene there. Okay, so for this upcoming part, it'd be best not to go for the kill on this guy walking away right now, because you can see up the top of that platform up there, there's a guy with a cannon. And he hits really hard. It's best to get rid of him first, honestly. So to do that, you just have to go around here. Now before pressing on, there is a NPC that you do want to talk to. He's located up the top of this structure. I don't know the best way. I'll just say it a rock. Yeah, at the top of this rock. I think he's the crow merchant.
ご供養いかがかね。供養さよう。死者たちのご冥福のため品を売っておる。見たところあんたも随分と殺しておるな。ご供養していきなされよ。
Robert's firecrackers. You would definitely want that.
No この辺りで使うでないぞ。カラスどもがビビっちまう。やつらいかに賢くとも鳥獣には違いないからの。ひどいことはせぬものじゃ。
So Robert's firecrackers is a prosthetic tool, which gives you the firecracker tool in general. It's a tool that that can give you a slight distraction to your enemies for a few seconds, and it's particularly effective against beasts in this game. So beasts can range from, say, like any kind of animal. It's not like the beasts in Bloodborne. It's best if you're in a situation where you see two enemies and you can perform a aerial death blow on one of them, it's best to measure up which enemy you have more trouble dealing with and kill that enemy first. So I guess in this area you could say that the toughest enemy would be the enemy with the hat. So you'd want to perform a stealth kill on him first. But if you struggle with the ones without the hat, and you find the ones with the hat more easily, then I guess you can just go for the ones without the hat. That's just a small example.
役立つ品を仕入れやす。それからおまけにあの世のこと話して差し上げやしょう。どうです？悪い話じゃねえでしょ。
断る。
あれま、そいつは残念だ。まあ気が変わったら声かけてください。あっしにとっても旦那にとっても悪い話じゃないはずだ。
So it is optional giving him money there.
これも平田のものだ。弔ってやらねば。九郎様、エマ殿、平田から逃れてきた者、他にはもうほとんど残っておりません。そうですか。すまぬ。流人を狙う者は絶えぬ。平田の者たちを私が巻き込んでしまった。
Like, the only reason why I didn't give him any sen was because I didn't have any. But if you do, he'll give you information regarding parts about the story or and an item, I think. He actually is somewhat an interesting character, I'll say. And you'll see later throughout this walkthrough. So this is just a small hint to the mini boss just up ahead. You'd want to have a like a way to use fire against it. And what we just bought earlier was Robert's firecrackers, which will help against this boss. So we'll be returning to the sculptor to get that fitted into the prosthetic arm. One thing I just realized that I forgot to mention was every mini boss that you come across will drop you a prayer bead. Prayer beads are used to level up your posture and your life bar.
戦う術が書いてある。まあどうするかはお前さん次第よ。戦う術など忍びだけでもあるまいって。
So with the XP that you gain,
鈴が鳴いてるな。
この古い鈴のことか。老婆が仏様に備えるとそう言っていた。
その鈴見覚えはあるか。
いや、覚えはない。
鈴の方は違うな。お前さんに何やら言いたいことがあるようじゃ。
なんだ。
鈴を備えてみるといい。そこにある優しい顔の仏様はわしの彫った仏とはわけが違う。誠の仏師がおられたものだからな。牙の形を増やしたきゃせいぜい任務を探す
かかった船じゃ。仕込むことだけはしてやろう。
So as I was saying before, with the experience that you gain, you can level up by sitting at a sculptor's idol. And you go to acquire skills. There are many different kinds of schools. So this school is the Shinobi school, and you'll come across many others in your playthrough. One thing I want to do with this walkthrough series is that whenever a character talks, I want to stay quiet. To the best of my abilities, of course. So now that we have our firecracker fitted into the prosthetic arm, the upcoming mini-boss will have a different approach. As in, you have a different approach to the mini-boss. On my first playthrough, I died so many times until I realized, oh, that's the trick. So what I like to do, I like to get the ogre's attention and that spear guy up there. Remember, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a particular enemy, be it a boss or a common foot soldier like this guy, don't be afraid to run. Unless, of course, you're trapped in a boss where you can't run from. But in this case, this mini-boss, well, you can run from him. So here, I was attempting to perform a stealth kill, and I do get the stealth kill immediately. And you don't have to run necessarily too far to de-aggro the ogre. One item that helps a lot when you want to do a stealth kill or stealth death blow on him is to use the Gaijin sugar, which I picked up at the bottom of a cliff earlier on. It increases your stealth, makes you harder to see, and your footsteps aren't so loud. So the ogre likes to use grab attacks so much. And you have to be very careful when it comes to him grabbing you against the cliff. Because once he grabs you, he'll slam you into the ground and toss you with whatever's behind him. It can be a wall, it can be the cliff there. Trust me, you'd want to be hit by the wall. What I find to be a really good strat against this boss is to run around him. So hold down your dodge button. And then go in for 2 or 3 strikes. 2 is the safer one. You can't spam the firecrackers on him, unfortunately. There is a timing as to when you are able to stun him with it. So whenever you see that danger symbol, jump away. Don't dodge. You'd be more likely to be grabbed. And that's the ogre. And we got a prepped. So there are some mini bosses in this game that provide a like a slight skill. Like you don't need to find within the acquire skills menu. And we got a medicine improvement. So that's it for part 2 of this walkthrough. I hope you found it helpful. And I'll see you for the next episode. Take care.